Time to chat to Sandy. Sandy, good morning and welcome.
Hi, Finola, and hello to everybody listening out there.
Wonderful to have you here again this morning.
Yes, lovely to be here.
We are going to be discussing lots of delicious things this morning.
Yes. You know, it's supposed to be moving into the warmer part of the year,
yes.
Although it still feels a little bit chilly around our part of the world.
It does.
But definitely we are heading for the warmer climate. And we want to use a few things that are in season also. Watermelons are now starting to be available in the shops, although it can be a little bit pricey. But if you don't need a lot and you want to make a very interesting starter, a type of a salad starter, this is really very nice.
Okay.
You use Parma ham, feta and watermelon, and you use a balsamic dressing.
Sounds very interesting.
It really is lovely. What you need is, you can use this as a salad or as a starter, which is quite nice.
Okay.
So you need a third of a cup of white balsamic vinegar, a quarter cup of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of caster sugar, some salt and milled pepper,
Yes.
4 to 5 cups of diced watermelon, but you must try and remove the pips,
pips, yeah, I
okay?
was thinking.
1 packet of watercress, it says 10 Kalamata olives, de-pipped, okay, you must have the pips out, and some 175 grams of Parma ham. Look, if you can't get Parma ham at the counter, at the deli counter, look for a nice ham and just ask them to shave it for you.
Okay.
So that
But
it
I think
comes
something still with a bit of a smoky sort of
would
flavor.
be nice. But have a look and get them to smoke it. To shave it so that it's nice and thin.
Okay.
Because that makes it look nice.
Yes.
You can then drape it nicely over the salad.
Okay.
And then also 2 discs of feta, which you dice. And this is very easy. All you do is whisk your balsamic vinegar, your oil, your sugar, and your seasoning together, and then toss your dressing through the watermelon and let that marinate in the fridge for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Then arrange your watermelon, your watercress, your olives, your ham, and your feta on a platter and serve with a little extra pepper. Lovely to grate that black pepper over it. It just brings out the flavor of your watermelon and everything.
Sure.
Now look, if you can't find watercress, as far as I'm concerned, a nice lettuce just put on the plate with your goodies on will make it look just as good.
All right, because it's still greenery and it'll serve the purpose.
That's right. I think that will be very nice. So that's a lovely way.
Well, if you enjoy grapes or figs with cheese,
Yes.
then this will be another favorite of yours.
Absolutely.
Because it'll taste similar.
Very similar, you're
Okay.
right. So that's a good idea. And then our ever popular cauliflower at the moment,
Yes.
which everybody's really into,
Yes.
for the Banting story and
That's
whatever.
true.
But this is also a salad, and it's kind of Middle Eastern.
Okay.
So what you do is you need a cauliflower, 2 tomatoes seeded and chopped, a half a cup each of chopped coriander,
Okay.
flat leaf parsley, and mint. Very important to have all 3 because it gives it a delicious flavor. Then you need a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon,
Okay.
and 2 teaspoons each of ground cumin and coriander. Now, these are spices that one should try and invest in.
Yes.
Because they're very nice to put with things.
Okay.
And a lot of recipes use them.
Right.
And then you need the juice and the grated peel of 1 lemon, a half a cup of sultanas, a half a cup of dried cranberries. Those are readily available in the shops now. You can buy dried cranberries. And if you don't use them all, do yourself a favor, put it in the freezer.
Okay.
And then you can use
Store
it when
them
you
much
need.
longer.
Use it much
Is
longer.
it advisable to use them in their dried form, or should you maybe soak them a little bit like you would do with raisin?
No, it's nice to use them in their dried
okay,
form.
perfect.
They're quite juicy still in their dried form.
Perfect.
You need a bit of olive oil and some salt and milled pepper. Now chop your cauliflower into rough florets and then blitz it in a blender until it's finely chopped. It must look like couscous.
Okay.
But of course don't ruin
Have
it.
that fine consistency,
Yes,
but not like breadcrumbs.
No.
Yes.
And then you toss your cauliflower and the remaining ingredients together with a generous glug of olive oil. And just season that and allow that to stand for at least 30 minutes before serving it up to allow the flavors to develop. And that you can also serve on a bed of lettuce. Cos lettuce is nice for that.
Yes.
And it'll just looks lovely.
That sounds very
And,
nice,
and
though.
the colors look so nice.
I can imagine.
Your sultanas, which are the yellow color, your dried cranberries, the reddish color. It really
It's
looks
very
lovely.
festive, actually.
Yes, it is. And nice to have with the braai or with cold meats, things like that.
That's true.
Very nice salad that to have.
Super idea.
And then just to go with that, I was looking at some recipes for chicken wings.
Oh, nice.
I like chicken wings. I know a lot of
Little
people
niblets.
say there's nothing on them, but I really enjoy them. I think it gives me great pleasure to take one and be pulling every little last bit off the wing.
Exactly.
And these are nice marinated ones with orange, honey, and ginger.
Oh, lovely.
So it's Asian type flavor.
That's a nice
Now,
combination.
I want to give you a little bit of a tip. If you're going to do these are all been done in there are quite a few recipes, but I'll just give one. They're done in the oven. But to make sure that your marinade sticks on your chicken wings, it's best to, first of all, season them with salt and pepper and roast them for 20 minutes in the oven
Okay.
at 180 until the skin is got a little bit crisped.
Okay.
And that helps to make the marinade stick amazingly.
Okay.
And then what you do is, for this one, you mix a half a cup of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon each of soy sauce, and fresh grated ginger, and 1 chopped fresh chili together.
Oh,
Yeah, lovely flavors.
yes.
And you toss your chicken wings. This is enough for 1.5 kgs of partially roasted chicken wings in that sauce. And you place it on a baking tray, but line the baking tray with a bit of baking paper so that everything doesn't stick to the tray and you don't lose all those lovely juices. And you bake that at 180 for 30 to 40 minutes until it's golden and cooked through.
There we go.
You can put that with your couscous salad.
I was
That would be
thinking, yes.
delicious.
Oh, yes.
So that's a good idea too.
And that's lovely for platters and things and putting out as
Yes.
those, finger foods.
Lovely to do that too.
That's it.
Because people just like to have something to pick up. Maybe you're even at a bribe and you're waiting for the other things and you have some of these lovely chicken wings.
Especially for the kiddies. They're always, when are we eating?
You're right. And that's a good idea. So now we're going to do a little bit of a bake. These rosemary and cheddar scones are so easy, really,
Yes.
and quick to make. I made those that I brought for you this
Yes,
morning
and they smell delicious.
at 8:15.
Okay.
And it was a bit later actually, 8:45.
Oh, wow.
And they only take a short while to cook.
Oh, that's convenient.
Very convenient
Yes.
and not too complicated. But it is nice to put the rosemary in. So if you haven't got a rosemary bush, try and invest in a rosemary plant. I see they do have them at the spa shop.
Yes, I saw so.
And always
Rosemary is so incredibly healthy for you as well.
and put it on your windowsill or just on your balcony if you're in a flat, wherever you live.
Yeah, there we go.
And you can always have a little bit of rosemary available.
Yes.
Nice with all sorts of veggies and meats and things
Chicken
like
dishes,
that.
yes.
Everything, yes. Anyway, this takes 3 cups of self-raising flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder. I didn't have mustard powder available. I put a little bit of cayenne pepper in.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
So I thought
That
just to
works,
give it a bit of a
yes.
zing.
Yes.
But if you've got the mustard powder, do use it. A half a teaspoon of salt and a pinch of pepper. And then you need a 1/4 cup of butter, which is about 60 grams at room temperature. So it mustn't be too hard because you rub it in. And it's not a hang of a lot of, if you've got a block of Marge, which is now 500 grams, I've worked it out, all this business, you can quickly work out how much 60 grams is, okay? And then you need a cup of milk
Yes.
and half a cup of sour cream and a half a cup of grated cheese and a tablespoon of chopped rosemary. Now, if you don't have sour cream, you know what I always keep in my fridge is a little container of Mars, or
Oh, okay, yes.
it's very similar to that. So
Would you use like Greek yogurt, maybe?
Yes, you could
Okay.
use that. Put a bit of lemon in it to make it sour.
Okay, there we go.
That's a good idea too.
Perfect.
Yes. And then what you do is you preheat your oven to 190 and then sift all your dry ingredients together. Rub your butter into the dry ingredients until it resembles breadcrumbs. And then add your milk and half of your sour cream, which was a half a cup, so you use half of that.
Okay.
And blend that with a knife until the mixture comes together. Then you add your cheese and your rosemary and you mix through the dough.
Okay.
And then you turn the dough onto a lightly floured surface and knead it gently until it's smooth. And then pat dough out to 3 centimeters thickness and punch out the scones with a cookie cutter.
Okay.
And place it onto a greased baking tray. And then brush it with the remaining cream that you've got or whatever you're using, Mars, and bake that for 20 to 25 minutes or until it's puffed up and golden. And you can serve those scones with butter and cheese.
There we go.
They are savory, so they are really nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it makes about 9 scones,
Okay.
but they're quite a reasonable size.
Yes.
They're not too small.
That's
so
nice.
most filling and enjoyable.
That's
And
it.
when they're fresh, there's nothing like a fresh scone and a cup of coffee.
Absolutely.
So I hope you folks are going to take advantage of that and
There we go.
and have a good weekend.
And the recipe for this will you put
I'll
them
put
on?
that on.
Perfect.
And other than that, everybody have a good week and a very good weekend. And I'll see you again, chat to you next again, Tuesday.
There we go. Sandy,
for now.
thank you so much.